Hello folks, let's talk about the essential bits and pieces that we as bikers use day in, day out without even thinking about it. In front of me here, we have a bunch of items from Riderr, who are a UK-based company and specialise in motorcycle accessories. And they aim to provide the best possible quality relative to their extremely good value for money. It's not the sexy stuff we aspire to own as a treat, these are the practical additions we can't live without on a daily basis. Think motorcycle locks, covers, cleaning and maintenance accessories, luggage accessories, electrical devices, and Bluetooth devices. And I really do mean these are fit for any kind of biker, regardless of your experience. Obviously, if you're a new rider, then if I was to cast my mind back, I do remember having to buy an awful lot of stuff, seemingly, to kind of set myself up, the foundations. And obviously that can mount up, so this helps keep the cost of that very manageable. Likewise, if you're an experienced rider, there's gonna be things that you'll need to either replace your older gear or that thing you've been putting off buying that would just make your life easier. Let's start with their security devices then. So their locks fall into two categories, either alarmed or non-alarmed. And if we begin with the non-alarmed options, I would probably skip ahead of the basic U-lock or their micro-lock, which are great value for money, but I would want something a little bit more robust personally. Something along the lines of their RR55, which is £50, or their RR99, which is £60. Both of these obviously still great value for money. They are both ART approved and a good option for portable security. One of the big benefits being how small and portable they are. Then of course they have alarmed disc locks, and that would be my recommendation. It would be the one I would be looking towards for a few different reasons, but I have an alarmed lock on my bike as well, and I use that in combination with other things. I like the fact that it is a further deterrent, either when I'm out and about on the go or when I'm at home, and I will use it in both scenarios because it offers something none of the other locks that I have on there can do. It has a siren, it alerts people, passers-by, or more likely yourself, that someone's tampering with your bike, and I think that is a really useful thing. So I will use mine in combination. It's up to you whether you just want to go with this. It's a great portable option when you're out and about. You don't need to combine it with something else necessarily, but what I would say when it comes to motorcycle security is just don't be complacent. Make sure you've got enough on there to just give you some peace of mind. And I will use this at home as well for the same reasons. I just like the fact that if someone does tamper with it, it's going to set off a siren and I'm going to know about it at least a little bit in advance. Between the two of them, the common thread is that they have a 120 decibel siren, but the RT6 is obviously a lot smaller and lighter, arguably a little bit more portable, you could say, but it has a 6mm locking pin. Whereas the RD15S has a 14mm locking pin, a carbide reinforced steel body, and it's ART approved as well. These come in around £110. They also make a small combination lock for around £17 to lock your helmet to your bike. And if you live somewhere where you can trust that you can leave your helmet there, walk away and come back and your helmet will still be on your bike, then I envy you. But I'm going to be a realist and say that trust levels are really low in the area that I live. Motorcycle covers are another one of these universal but often overlooked accessories, and most of us could benefit from having one if you haven't had one already, for a variety of different reasons. Obviously maintaining the quality of your bike's paintwork, for the waterproofing, or for a mild security deterrent as well to make your bike a little bit less visible. They have a variety depending on your circumstances or needs. They actually have an indoor specific one, which I'll move on from very swiftly because I'm just envious of anyone who has a garage, because I don't. If like me you have to park your bike outside, probably the more ubiquitous cover is the one in front of me here, the motorcycle cover for around £25 for a starting price. They do go up depending on the size that you need. They also have a top box specific version. They're very lightweight, very transportable. They use a 210 denier polyester outer, but if you need something even more substantial, then they have the aptly named Hurricane over here. These are around £80. They are thicker, they are tougher, they have externally taped seams, they use a 300 denier outer fabric, they also have a fleece lining on the inside as well, and a panel specifically around the exhaust that is better for heat protection. And of course they are also fully waterproof. Now obviously all of us know the benefits of having proper cleaning materials and also how disposable they are. You often have to change things like this. So they have microfiber cloths, they have a microfiber sponge, they have a wheel brush, they have a detailing brush set, which actually is something that I'm quite envious of and do need. It's often overlooked when it comes to the extra little touch when you're cleaning your bike. So I'm going to get that myself anyway. They've also got a chain brush as well, which is really useful. Never try and clean it without that. It's just a massive pain in the bum. So you'll have used something like that, I'm sure, in the past. They also have toolkits. They have either a £20 one or a £35 one, depending on which version you want to go for, but either of them are very useful. And I'd love to say that you're never going to need tools while you're out riding, but experience has taught me that you probably will, and you might be sad if you don't have it. Now, when it comes to luggage accessories, I'm a massive advocate for having some kind of bungee setup with you, something like their bungee straps, for example, or their cargo net, that you could secure items to the back of your bike. They're really versatile, and sometimes you have something unexpected that you just need to attach to your bike, or you just don't want to wear your backpack anymore and you want to use something like this to secure the item. Within the category of electrical devices, the first one I want to talk about is a bit of a PSA, because I've definitely had the experience of the past, and hopefully you never have, but maybe you have and maybe you will in the future, of having a flat tire and needing to fill it up, either to get to a garage or just being useful to have something like this on you. You really don't want to be in that situation if you can help it. So we have portable tire inflators from them, either £40 or £50. So very affordable, but it really will save you in a jam. It's one of those things that until you need it, you don't know you need it, but when you do, you really do. So they have two different versions with different functionality between them, different size as well. I would probably recommend, if you've got the space, to go for the bigger version, but it's completely up to you. This one obviously just fills up slightly faster. It's also got a bigger battery. It's 4,000 milliamp hour as opposed to 2,200 milliamp hour of the other one. And they also sell angled valves as well, or flexible valves if you have a particularly awkward wheel. Another very useful accessory for older bikes like mine that don't have USB connectivity is a USB charger, either USB-C or USB-A. They do both versions, which you can retrofit to your bike. And I think it's great that they're under £20. As we're currently hitting the colder months, a few of you may be considering heated grips. Riderr have an option for around £100. These fit 22mm bars. And they're one of the slimmest and most streamlined heated grips that I've personally seen. The control unit in particular is very discreet, which I like. And having fitted something like this in the past, I can reassure you they are very easy to fit to your bike. Lastly, for Bluetooth devices, they have the S9X Bluetooth headset, which when compared with other Bluetooth headsets is very simple for features, but they're also easily one of the most affordable. These are around £60 as of the making of this video. And they use Bluetooth 5.3 to connect to your phone, so you can take phone calls hands-free or play music if you want to when you're out riding by yourself, just to break up the monotony of a long ride. They have a working time of around 35 hours. Now, there are a few other accessories I didn't have time to mention. I'm sure they'll bring out more in the future, but you can check out their full range using the links in the description. We actively price match at Urban Rider and offer free returns on anything over £50 bought within the UK. Leave your questions and comments in the comment section, and I'll see you soon.